Guys, I got a good call tonight. Very simple, very laid back. I'm going to give some updates in the beginning of a great year me and Robert are creating for everybody, as much as you want to do, and as little as you want to do. And then we're going to take Rob's awesome email, and we're just going to go by one, two, three, and four in the sheet, and we're going to go over how it's set up. It's all, guys. It's very simple. I always keep it simple, stupid. Don't make things complicated. This is just you. We're all successful here in business, family, everything, health, wealth. Keep it simple. You're gonna have. If you weren't here, you're gonna have a fucking amazing year. You're just gonna have a better year now. That's all we're doing. And what I told Rob is, what's exciting? I'm 51. This is supposed to last until I'm 85, 90 if I get to 85. Like, I'm not going anywhere, guys. Like, you guys are here. I like 70 years old. I told Rob I want to be on with you guys and be like, I'll be like, we're sitting there smoking a cigar and I'm 70. And be like, instead of buying one building, I'll be like, guys, let's buy that whole block. Like, when we're 70, I want to buy a fucking block together. So,
And when we're 65, we're going to have the restaurant, and we don't care if we lose money at the restaurant in Ponte Vedra. We just want a place to chill with the inner
so,
circle,
so
right?
to be honest, when you make that much
Amen.
money, I was running a restaurant as a partner where we had a billionaire, not billionaire, multimillionaire, close to billionaire from Ohio, used to fly in with his helicopter. He fronted all the money, like 5 million. I told him when they brought me in, we started making a lot of money. He told me, he goes, "Don't worry about making money. I need the write-offs."
Right.
That's where you want to get in life. You
Yep.
want to get to a point in life where you buy a restaurant and you hang out with your buddies, and you want to lose money every year. You want to lose about $100,000 every year for write-offs. That's the point you want to get to, and we'll get there. Okay, so before we go over the email, we're literally just going to go over the email and how we have it structured. The one thing I have to do tomorrow, I'm doing it tonight when we get off the call. I'm doing the groups of four. I'm going to do it. Then I'm going to send it to Rob, and Rob is good like me. He's going to help me move a couple people around. I want to optimize the groups. Like, I know who's going to be with who, and like really jives together, and really, I want good energy in the groups. If I create the groups the right way, like I created Christina, Debbie, Melanie, Chelsea, and who else? Is that it?
Lauren.
Lauren. Those five, I think you guys got like the right group. Okay? So I think we're doing groups of four, I think we're doing. Um and I want to thank Alex right now. Alex really I was on vacation when I was doing all this. Alex helped me with the ideas because I have all the ideas. There's just structure. I had my structure, but he helped me refine the structure. And so did Rob. So let me cover some things we're doing now, and everybody's invited. March 20 to 21st, Panavidra was just going to be me, Rob, and Jaideep. Oh, Jaideep's one that's not on tonight, I don't think. He's traveling, too. It was supposed to be me, Rob, and Jaideep. And we were just meeting for 2 days, go to dinner, and work during the day with Ramo. And we're going to talk flips, gut jobs, deals, market, businesses, everything. We're looking at businesses with Jaideep and just basically everything. As of right now, Darren, you're coming, right? Thomas Ailes is coming. I don't know if he's on here. Yeah, he's on there on the bottom.
Yep. I'll be
Um,
there.
Everybody here is invited. It's just a last minute thing. I didn't do it for the inner circle, but if you guys want to come, if you need some energy, if you want to come talk about deals, we're gonna be talking about making money. You guys are invited. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, if you don't want to come to that, March 18th, I'm going to Boston, and I'm speaking at a meetup. That guy Andrew Freed, who came to the Panavidra event, he has a high level meetup. So Rob is meeting me in Boston on the 18th. I'm going to be speaking in front of hopefully 50, 100 people. He hangs around good people. So I'm going to do the meetup on the 18th. I'm going to fly back to Panavidra with Rob, and then Darren and all you guys, whoever's coming. Okay? So if you don't want to come to Panavidra, and if you're near Boston, come to the meetup.
Andrew Freed was at the Tony Robbins Business Mastery event. That's the guy I met over there.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. He just closed. He's closing real deals in Boston, like 8 units, 12 units, and he's like, yeah, we bought it for 500, did the renovations, we just cashed out refi at 1.3 million. You know,
And he lost like 100+ pounds over the last year.
Yeah, he did the go. He's in Go Abundance. He did that. He did like the macros and everything, and basically what we're doing here.
Mark, Eddie, and Hun are in the waiting room.
I don't see that. Oh, there you go.
They just, yeah.
Okay, Chad Gorman too. By the way, where's Chad? Let me get him on here. Chad, guys, I got to give a big shout out to Chad. Rob brought him on all our deals, and he's doing the financials, and he's kicking ass, man. He found mistakes. He found, I mean, not like mistakes, but yeah, like double charges on an appliance here and there, and he's his level of his skills in what he's doing is unbelievable. I mean, really, it's really next level. So, Chad, I want to thank you, man. Like, you're really doing a fucking kick ass job on those deals. And Chad, what background do you have again?
So I've been in operations in the oil field for the last 12 years, but I've run project management on various different construction jobs for 18, 19 years.
And he, and
So
he's
what I,
and he's and he's working with Tony Robbins right now, which is really
I'm
fucking
I'm a
awesome.
senior leader in the Tony Robbins Institute. Yep.
Yeah, so if we all go next year, you're gonna hook us up and get us a good deal. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. All right, so that's that. In April, me and Rob, I think Rob, we're gonna go back to South Carolina and look at flips and deals or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We don't know the date yet. I think we're gonna pick the date next week. If anybody, the last trip went to South Carolina was amazing. I think we're gonna have 6 offers out. I'm not joking. A 6 unit, disgusting heavy flip, heavy lift. Uh, two flips. One red brick house. I want to get. I want to get that fucking flip bad. Um, and then a 40 unit near the beach from this Israeli seller that I talked to, and he told me the Jews love Italians. I started talking to him. We might put an offer on that, and because I was telling about my old school dad, like him. Um, so that I think we might have 5 or 6 offers out, Rob. Right?
Yeah, there's first and foremost, the weekend was very powerful because of the reason that we're all in this group, which is the relationship building and the bonding and the networking. It was just great. But we identified a new market in a key state location. We really saw the diversification of what's going on in a market like this. And you're talking about a market where it's leading the country right now with with 55 and over communities. Medical, pharmaceutical growth is tremendous over there. International airport expansion. So we were able to see a whole bunch of different projects. So like Marco said, we looked at flips on the lower end, flips on the much, much higher end. We looked at the typical bread and butter that we're all used to, which is that, tremendous add value play based on misrepresentation and mismanagement of, these idiots who bought the property a few years ago. And then we also looked at some motel crap hole conversions that could be, something like a residential play. All key critical locations where there's major economic and development committee. So we see like a 5 to 7 year cycle that looks really good. But most importantly, just great bonding. And that's what Marco and I basically speak about every single week with everyone. And you guys are elite in it already. So that's why we're here. It's all about the relationship building. And I think the more and more we do these events, the more and more people truly understand that's the bridge. The money and the deals will follow, but it's the relationship building that is the key element to everything that we're all doing. And again, I'm speaking to the choir because so many of you guys and girls
Yeah.
are elite in your own retrospect. But yeah, it was a great weekend. So.
Chris, you should come out to South Carolina with us and look at these flips. And then even that, what was that, 6 unit or 7 unit, disgusting heavy lift from the guys who bought it from the
Yeah, this
airport.
is just a quintessential 6 unit, really good location. It's what Chris and I, have talked about many times. Regardless if it's 6 units or 60 units, you're in a B plus location, and you want to get that D or C asset and get it to an appropriate level. And that's what we looked at. We we,
These
we
guys
looked at
paid
yeah.
paid 525 3 4 years ago. They're listing for 900. the windows got to go. It's fucking gross, dude. They've not spent they've even painted a doorknob. They have no capex money probably. I could already tell they're in trouble. So if we pick it up, we might pick it up for 450. We might offer 600 and then go down a heavy retrade on this one. But we'll see. But anyway, April is going to be South Carolina. Me and Rob are going to pick the dates. March already set, and then May. The last thing I want to go over. May is going to be the New Jersey event. We're only looking to have 40 or 50 MIH members. We're keeping it small because Ponte Vedra, we're going to do 100 to 125 this year. I already texted all you guys and all, like, we have about, Ramo, what do we have, 75, 65 committed already?
Oh, it's 70.
Fuck yeah. Already, guys, one text I sent out, we have 70 people for the September event. I don't mess around. I book shit 9 months ahead. Okay? I tell Yosef down there, you don't do things 2 months, these events or meetups. You got to do them minimum 4 months out, 6 months out minimum. I told Ramo this year I want this thing fully booked by like February, March. And then we can game plan and get great speakers and really work on me and Hadar meeting next week and working on the education with Chris, Robert, me, Cipriano's going to talk again. Cipriano's one of the best speakers last year. I already have his topics: marketing and for businesses and how to buy your first business. I already know Sip's topics. All right, because marketing, you're doing a great job, Sip. You're growing the business. You're fucking kicking ass. All right, so I'm booking the event out really fast because I really need to focus like 7 months on kick-ass education. And Chris is going to bring it this year. Like, we're really going to bring updates with rates, what's going on, layoffs, all this shit. We have to really see where are the opportunities. How can we make money? Okay? So, once again, the 18th, I'm in Boston. You guys are invited to come to a kick-ass meetup. The 19th, the 20th, 21st is in Ponte Vedra, small, whoever wants to come. South Carolina, we're going to do in April. May is going to be the New Jersey event. And then I take a break. I'm in Italy in June. July and August. July, we might do New York. Yosef, we got the plan to do the one-day meetup just for local people, but you guys can come to that. We're going to do a kick-ass 100-person meetup in New York in July. Right, Yosef? Okay. All right. And then August, probably August, I'm going to do nothing because I want to get ready for September. But that's what's going on. I'm ordering T-shirts for Inner Circle. I might actually get Discipline Wins and get a big Inner Circle in the back. I got to think. I want to do something cool. Or I might get Rise and Grind. I got to think which. I'm going to ask my daughters which one they like the best. And then Rob, if you want to order a polo with the Inner Circle, look into that.
I have been. I announced it to the group. It looks like I might be able to get these Nike shirts with a nice. They're really nice black Nike golf shirts with the Nike symbol right on your right bicep, and then I'm trying to get the logo in. So I'm working on a couple of different prices right
If you
now.
get the logo, give it to me because my T-shirt guy was like, "Do you have a PDF?" And I don't have a. I have to take that and make it into a PDF. So if you have a PDF, send it to me.
A
Okay.
PDF of it.
Yeah. And Christina, if you guys want T-shirts, I can have my guy make them for you guys also. He's in Mayapack and he makes them and mails them, sends them to me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Or if you want, I
The,
can get like a nice girly one, like a V-neck one or something. My mom used to get them at the restaurant.
I wanted to touch on something, Marco, too. The event in New Jersey, just so people know, we're not having it in Hoboken or Newark or Jersey City. I wanted to do something unique and different. And one of my favorite spots in all of New Jersey, is Long Beach Island, New Jersey. So I wanted to do an event at the beach. And I think a lot of people, I'm a lifelong New Yorker. I've only been in New York, New Jersey for 6 years, but I don't think people realize how beautiful of a state Jersey is, north, south, east, and west. It's called the Garden State for a reason, but it has one of the biggest coastlines for beaches in the country, outside of Florida, the Carolinas, and California. So millions of spots up and down the coast. But I love this one location, Long Beach Island, LBI. Chris and a bunch of other you guys, Sip. You'll know it. But I'm looking into a couple of hotels right now. It's heavy prom season. It's heavy wedding season. So I'm working on a couple of things right now. But it would be in Long Beach Island, New Jersey, not in Newark or Jersey City. So it'll be a beautiful location and it'll be a great trip. We're just trying to figure out the dates right now.
Just don't drink the water in Jersey. You start to glow from like the radioactive fucking shit, I think.
Yeah, you see, this is a typical guy who thinks it's just about the Sopranos and Frank Sinatra. Exactly. See?
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, all right. So let's see. That's it. I'm going to share my screen on Rob. I need your help, and Alex too. I need your feedback, Alex, as I slowly go over this. Um, the only thing that I really have to do, because it's done in the email, is just create the groups tonight and tomorrow morning, and then we're gonna pick dates when to start in February. Like not the first week, maybe we'll start the second week, second and fourth week, and then do the monthly calls at the end of the month, like the group call. And the group call, Chris, I want your opinion, and Ryan and whatever. Is he out there? Because I know he fell off. I think he was trying.
Yep. Hey.
Chris, on the monthly calls, do we do it like Rob wrote in the email, like an update of what's going on in the economy? Like, what's a good angle on the monthly call to like keep people motivated and optimistic and like, what do you think we should do?
For the monthly call on, I mean, you can just go over the big data points. You can go over employment rates, projection of rates, what people are seeing in their markets, as far as, I mean, cap rates kind of get boring, I think, because it's kind of hard to follow on each market. But I just think what everybody's seeing in their local markets. I mean, I thought what Rob was talking about.
So Jonathan Stanley's here. John, every month you and Chris, you got to bring some like what's going on with layoffs. Like Ralph Altinez's companies, my buddy is still laying off. He's scared to lose his job. He's making about 800K a year. We have to talk about layoffs. We have to talk about what's going on with the economy and stuff like that. So, I'll talk to you guys ahead of time, and that's one value add. And then besides that, economy updates, we'll check in how everybody's doing, what people need and stuff like that.
Yeah, Jonathan, remember a couple of years ago, we were going to do the Financial Fridays for the Real Estate Legacy group. And what Chris was just reiterating right now too, you want to do some macro and microeconomic data and trends, market cycles, economic outlook, how are interest rates and treasuries going at this point. We could talk about stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, whatever you guys think. But all of that is extremely important and how it correlates with decisions that we're making in real estate. So yeah, I think that'd be fantastic.
I got one for you. This is the first time I've seen it. We have a deal that we're working on right now, and it's a local bank. If we park $1 million in there, and that like you don't touch it, because we have so much reserves across Sharpline that we can actually do 4 or 5 properties that we're not touching and just park $1 million. We can do a bridge loan, and this is not for distressed at all. 5.95 fixed, 2 years, 1 year extension. Never seen it.
Wow. And Jake did that one time too. My brother, the bank said if you put $1 million, they'll take care of you. So are you considering that, Chris, or?
Yeah, working with this bank, I haven't seen rates like this for opportunities in 4 or 5 years. It's like the front end of the curve is down, so this is where you get the advantage of it. And no prepay penalties. You do have to PG it. We will. They're going to do approximately, call it 25. So 75% loan to cost. It's the real deal. Like, and they're sizing it to 30-year AMs at year 3, amortizing. So it's like, usually when you use local banks, like they start sizing it to 25-year AMs, and then you're like, oh man, we can't get that much loan. But this is the first time it's Central Bank of the Midwest and Central Bank of the Ozarks.
All right.
Interesting.
And then Christina, off thing. On the monthly calls, if you guys do your own, you do your own. But if you want to, we can record ours. I can send it to you. Or if you just want to come onto ours, you guys come onto ours. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You could do a separate and join, like whatever. I'll talk to you offline about it.
Yeah, we'd love to join those monthly calls with market updates
Yeah.
and then we have separate calls already scheduled every 6 weeks or so. We're gonna meet in the morning.
Okay. And if you can't make it because like there's a lot of calls going on, whatever, I'm gonna have everything recorded. I send it to you. Okay. All right. All right. So Rob, I'm gonna share my screen and we're just gonna go. And before I even go over everything, guys, I want to one huge thing. This is the visualization of this group right now. The reason I formed this is going to be this, what I'm telling you right now. Darren came to me in November and goes, I have a 37 unit RV pad. And he's like, bro, I've always wanted to do another deal with you. I did 2 deals with him, a 49 and a 52. We sold the 52 and just fucking spits money at us for the last 6 years. And we refied 120% out, 100% and then 20% a second time. We refied it twice. So I'm like, all right, don't do RV, whatever. So, and he's like, I trust you. And I brought people in that he doesn't even know. That's how much he trusts me. But now he knows them. So just to show you why I did this, because I want deals to be found in here and I want them closed like this with brothers. I don't want people calling me anymore. Like Andrew Moans called me in 2021. Yo, I have a deal. I need people. I gave Christina, Debbie, Dr. Weisman, and Natasha. And they didn't know each other. We all know each other now. I don't need a call. I need to hear like Debbie's like, I got a deal. And Marco, by the way, closed it with these people. That's why I formed this. Before I used to, I don't need to, so that's why we're here. So I brought in Eddie, Ramo, Ian, and Thomas into the deal. Darren never met Eddie and Thomas really, and he's trusting me. And I'm like, dude, you're going to fucking love them. We had dinner, and Darren's like, yeah, Eddie and Thomas are fucking great. Like, great. And we closed the deal, and we just got to keep it occupied, keep our fingers crossed. The deals, we bought dirt. All the expenses are paid by the fucking tenants. By the things, it's like a mobile home park. It's an RV park, but mobile. No, there's no amenities. But this is the power of the group right here. Now, Darren, if he finds another deal, he doesn't have to call anybody. He'll just be like text the whole group. Thomas, Eddie, Ramo, Ian, Marco. I got a deal. You guys in? That's it. That's the reason we're here, because we're gonna get deals, and we just got to form this brotherhood, and people get into deals. Okay, Mike, congratulations. You closed the deal a little while ago, right? Tell everybody.
Yeah, we bought a 40 unit in Pittsburgh, so we're at about 180 units there. 70% occupancy, kicking out a bunch of Section 8 as well. So we're probably bringing it down to 50%, renovating and
You sound like Chris
pushing
Jackson
through.
right now, going to 50%. Are you getting the SWAT team on there?
Not yet, but might soon. So but yeah, kind of slowly, it's just me and one other partner, kind of trying to keep it as much as in-house because we have the management arm as well. And just, chugging along, especially now with the cold that we have up here and frozen pipes and no heat calls and all this kind of jazz. So it's been fun to inherit what people neglected all these years, so.
All right. Have you met Dr. Sunil? Because he's loaded and he's in Pittsburgh and he wants to do deals.
I did actually at the September event. Yeah, I haven't kind of had enough time where I've been able to kind of BS in Pittsburgh while we've been there. But yeah, I got his number and plan on reaching out to him. Next time we're there. So
he built a life where he's such a great guy. He's got a very good personality. He's very similar to Hoon. He works 1 week on, 1 week off, and he's loaded. And he's just such a humble, nice guy. And he wants to do deals with Rob and other people, so network with him in case he can. Okay. You can also have him look for deals in Pittsburgh for you.
Okay. Mike, I think remember when we had dinner in Brooklyn last year?
Yeah.
I think I was mentioning him to you. He reached out to me not too long ago. He visited J Deep in Cincinnati. Yeah. Now he's doing work with J Deep. He came to visit me in Pennsylvania, but he wanted us to come to Pittsburgh. I think I might have mentioned him to you when we were sitting next to each other at dinner in Brooklyn. That was the gentleman in.
All right. Yeah, I spoke to him at the brunch that Sunday. We exchanged numbers and whatnot, and it's.
I might be heading up to Pittsburgh, so if you have any time, maybe we can coordinate a little mini.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to get there again. I mean, it's just too much renovations going on without me physically seeing it and being in the woodworking business that I was for so many years. I like to see things that are being done, not just trust people's pictures and whatnot. So
yes.
All right, let's get started. Let me share screen. And guys, I won't keep you long, but I like you guys so much that I want to stay on all night, actually. All right, let's go. Okay, that's the sheet. Okay, number three is that monthly group call. We'll get to that later, but that's exciting part is so Rob, by the way, guys, Rob did a great job in this email, I think. I was looking at it. I was reading it over. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. So just go back and read it. And Rob's really good at visualizing why we created this and what's going on and what to do. 2026 crush limit relief spilled. This is everything we want to do. I mean, just take a time to read it later and go over it. And then the first thing is accountability pods. So I was talking with Alex and I was talking with Robert. And if anybody objects, chime in right now. I don't like weekly calls. We're all busy running businesses, and I got fucking 50 fucking plus deals. I don't need a weekly call. We're gonna do bi-weekly, and bi-weekly I think is great because you'll have wins in exercising, you'll have wins in health, you'll have wins in family, you'll have wins in multifamily, you'll have wins in everything. Like, even finishing a book is a win. It doesn't have to be I closed the deal like I told the mastermind. So you have wins. And then you'll also have struggles. And then you also have needs and upcoming goals and all that stuff. So I think bi-weekly, and right now I saw that Rob wrote Wednesday every week. I mean, your group, you guys can pick the day and whatever you want, but I think if everybody keeps it simple, and I'm going to try and do Wednesday from 12 to 1:30 with my group, whoever I put with. Unless the three people in my group go, oh, I can't do Wednesday. I'm open. I don't give a shit. Monday to Friday, you from 8 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, whatever you pick in my group, I don't care. So if Wednesday 12 to 1:30 works, make it Wednesday 12 to 1:30 once I give you guys the groups. Okay? And you're going to use that piece of paper. Does anybody have questions? Any comments? Anything about this? Alex, Tam, can you chime in a little?
Yeah, no, I mean, what we talked about really during these group pod meetings is going over the wins and losses, struggles, needs. It's really looking at how do we best support each other and keep each other accountable, right? These aren't going to be your rah rah get together, hey, let's hang out type of things. It should be really how do you keep each other accountable? Let's talk how do we improve, right? Not just like a chit chat type of meeting. We are all busy. We don't have time for that. So it should be pretty structured. And as the group itself, someone should be keeping time. Someone should be looking at
1 second.
what.
I don't want you to go fast on that. I did this to Jake and Gino. It's true. You should have one person keeping an eye on the time, like he said, because everybody should get about. You got to respect each other, like 15 minutes. Like I'm gonna go fast, guys. This is my wins. It's a thing, and then on the struggles, I'll keep the struggles to like maybe the end, so I can get input from you guys. Like I have a struggle. I'm not gonna go over it tonight, but I have one already. And I know you guys will help me. So you have one person keeping the time, Alex. You said, and what'd you say about 15 minutes a person if you have four people or
Yeah,
three?
4 people, you can do an hour to an hour and a half, right? At the beginning, you can do some check-ins to see how everyone's doing, and then you go right into it. Everyone gets about 15 minutes just to go over everything, and then everybody gets to chime in. And I remember when me, Marco, and Robert were talking about it, it's about an hour and a half meeting every couple of weeks. And you spend the first 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, just checking in. Everyone gets 15 after that. So that's an hour and 10 minutes. And then afterwards, well, everyone now starts asking, hey, what about this? How do you do that? That's where you break down, like in EOS, if you guys are familiar with EOS, it's like breaking down the problems, right? Problem solving and really help each other out that way.
All right, and I may the first couple months I may have my video off and be muted and just be on the first calls because I used to run these for Jake and Gino. I want to make sure that you guys are running them okay. Like this is important. Like if you do, you guys are going to do better. It's really important, guys. Right, Alex? How important are these?
I mean, that's huge because if you guys all set goals from the get-go, at the beginning, we should be setting all of our goals. Like, what are we shooting for this quarter, right? Or at least this year at the minimum. And then each person keeps the other people. If you're going to tell, if it's important enough for you to share it and want to be held accountable, then the group should hold you accountable to it. Right? I mean, that's really how we accelerate together. It's all about discipline and accountability at the end of the
And
day.
Alex, we had a really good conversation with Marco about this, and we're combining a lot of stuff here. You know, I had a lot of these accountability, team building, president circle type of structure in 22-year career in corporate America at elite levels. And we all have to hold each other accountable. And the sum is greater than the whole of its parts. And we crushed it as a team. We created advisory boards. We were all there to help each other out. The one thing that is a pet peeve of mine, and Marco knows this, and Alex, we touched on it, is that if you look into my accountability pod sentence there, I have two very important things: health and family. And I really do honestly believe that we have to be accountable and try to do these meetings away from family time. And so that's why I'm very adamant about not interfering with later evening meetings as much as possible. We're taking the word busy out of our vocabulary because everybody is busy. I don't use it anymore in my vocabulary. Who isn't busy, right? It doesn't matter if you're 23 years old going to law school, or if you're 51 years old and you have two or three children and a wife that's also working. We're all busy. But I think that we have to try to eliminate time in the evenings so that we could decompress, we could do things with no distractions, and we can spend time with our family. Otherwise, we're going against the principles of what we're trying to accomplish here. If we start, building all of these evenings with more meetings, it's defeating the whole purpose. So that was one of the reasons why, Alex, you mentioned that GoBundance, for example, is very, very adamant about this. There's
So
no evening meetings, right?
the only one that gets a little slide on this, he's going to be in my group, is Andy Hubbs because of court. That's the
Yeah,
only
no,
one.
I mean, that's the thing. You have a
Yeah.
couple of attorneys, you have a couple of doctors who might be in the emergency room. Like, I get it. It's
No,
difficult.
but I
But
looked at the names.
yeah,
He's the only one that court, and Yosef too, but Yosef can usually work around it. Andy's the only one that I'm going to have him in my group because my group will be very flexible. So my people that I'm going to add are going to be like me, that we can work around Andy's schedule no matter what it is. All right, Andy?
now,
Okay.
Alex, like for example, with the GoBundance pods, that is pretty much one of their like golden rules, correct? That they're all day meetings.
Yeah, we meet during the day. It was like early morning. Early morning is usually early morning, mid lunch, and you find a time that you're right. You got to find a time where within the group you are congruent with the time that works for everybody, right? And it's a set time. And if it's not an important enough thing where you have to get out of it, you make it. And we
Yeah.
require a 24-hour period. And if you don't show up, it's at least $100.
That's what it was. I remember you. That was very interesting. People were giving $100 fines for missing it. That's what
Minimum.
minimum. Yeah.
Minimum.
And then it all goes towards
It all
something
goes
fun.
towards something, either something fun or you donate it at the end of
Gotcha. Yeah,
every
that was
quarter.
pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, any problems out there? Anybody have concerns about this, or does it go okay with everybody?
This may go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's like your gym time. You schedule everything else around your gym time. So my point is, this is on the calendar. You schedule everything else around this.
Yeah, and you just got to get on board with your three people. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you guys do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You have 5 days, guys, and you have from 9 to 5. So, like Mondays, I know me and Chris, Mondays are not good. Just so Chris, so do it Wednesday, do it Thursday. Usually Wednesdays and Thursdays once you start doing weekly work. That's it. All right, Darren. All right. This is a bonus. It's really not needed. Number two. And I go by NET, no extra time, meaning like I really don't have time, but I make time for people that I care about. So I think I'm going to take 10 people and Rob's going to take 10. And while I'm on my walk, while I'm in my office, I don't care. Speed wins, by the way, guys. I'm not going to get on and chit chat with you guys for an hour and waste your time, waste my time. I care about all you guys. I love all you guys. I want to talk to you guys every day for 20 minutes. All of you guys, every day. So uh, during the month, after your pod calls, I'm going to check in. I'm going to talk to Rob. We're going to schedule when do we talk to you guys. I just want to check in because I want to hear good, bad, and everything. Meaning like, hey, how's the pod group going? And if somebody's not happy, we can make changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's his name? Why is he showing up? We're gonna have to make a change. Like, um, and I want to hear if you need anything. Because if you need something, I have 325 people in MIH, and I had 700 in Jake and Gino. Most of them fell off, but I usually have a resource. So, me and Rob are gonna get on and just check in on you guys. You might something might happen with your kids, and you're down, and you just need somebody to talk to. Guys, I'm vulnerable. This group, we can be vulnerable with you. When I need somebody to talk to, I call my partners. I call Rob. I call Chris. I call Yosef. I call Darren. I tell Darren if something happened with my door. Like when I need someone to talk to, I'm not shy, man. So I might call you, and you might need somebody to talk to. You know, I'm not one of the guys on here. I called them, and we started talking like a month ago, and they're like, "Yo, I really need this call today, man." They were. I just happened to call him out of the blue. It was one of my partners, and I supported him big time. And he's like, "I just really needed to talk to you today." And that person is a rock star and is strong, but we all need help sometimes. So I'm just gonna check in on mental health, on everything, and I'm big on mental health, guys. I've been talking about. I do my walks for mental health. You know, when we're high level entrepreneurs, you gotta take care of your mental health. You gotta like lean on your friends, bro. I don't care how fucking strong you are. Like I flew. I was feeling it in November. It was all coming on my shoulders. My wife doesn't work. It's fucking all on me. We're going to 26 again. I called Rob. I'm like, bro, I need to come out and hang out with you. December 4th, I flew out there for 2 days and I hung out with him. And we fucking built like five businesses that plans that are going on. Like we're probably best January we're ever gonna have. And we didn't close a deal with no act fees and stuff, but like literally the stuff that's going on. But I was vulnerable. I'm like, dude, I need to talk to you, man. I got like some crazy shit going on. I'm just not feeling it. I got off and the hotel. He picked me up. He gave me a hug. He looked down. He's like, I'm feeling the same, dude. He's like, let's fix things. Let's crush next year and fix things. So I'm gonna check in and make sure everybody's okay. All right, and Rob will also. And then Rob will take 10, and then the next one we'll swap. I mean, the next first 6 months or 3 months, whatever. Rob, me and you'll swap. Is that what we said?
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And I just want to say, it's true. I mean, that's why we have this group because it's not just about real estate. We will crush real estate, we will crush investments, but we're here for each other personally. That's what separates us from the pack. Like all of you guys have had tragedies in your life and we will in the future. And when Marco came over, I was vulnerable because I lost my father unexpectedly a few months ago and he was there for me and I needed to just talk. I tend to hold things in with that because I have a family to protect and I have a lot of stuff going on and I don't want to put my head down. I want to keep crushing things. That's what my dad would want me to do. And I know that all of you who have gone through similar experiences probably feel the same way. So you need those type of people in your life, and that's what we're going to be here for as well. So hopefully this is going to give us all a chance to grow even closer together with the most personal things that we can talk about and feel comfortable with. So thanks, Marco. I appreciate that very much.
No problem.
And on that note, just quickly back to number one with the accountability group, confidentiality. It's something that the group is sacred space, and anything that's said within that group is going to stay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a no brainer right there. I mean, it's written here, but like it kind of needs to because you might go out and be like, yo, you want to hear what happened? You might not do it on purpose. Even the smallest things. We're a family here. I'm excited to like. I don't want to get old, man. But if we're together for 20 years and I'm 70 and we're still hanging out, can you imagine the stories we're gonna have within this group of like family, fun, success? So, yep, confidentiality is really big. Thank you, Christina. Number 3, I want John Stanley. You out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you help with this? Like, you, Chris, like it doesn't have to be full economy and all that, just the beginning of it, and then we'll go into other stuff. Can you help with Chris on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for those that don't know, my background is I manage fixed income portfolio, so very heavily involved in bond markets. So happy to give. I guess growing up as a bond investor, I'm somewhat of a pessimistic guy in general, but I'll be
No.
balanced and I'll give a balanced perspective of what's going on with rates and the economy and what have you.
And guys, I wanted to add to that too. And John, you and Marco obviously graduated from Fairfield, and as within my alumni circle in high school, in Long Island, where I went to the Old Boys Catholic High School, we have a heavy, heavy alumni group, and we have financial, we have real estate, and we have legal. So I'm heavily involved in all the alumni chapters. And I thought it would be a good idea too to bring in some heavy hitters as guest speakers here and there,
Yeah.
guys from Deutsche, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, the guys that I know really well. One of the guys that you know very well, both of you, Daniel Reinkar, for example, who runs, 800 million in his fund for Wells Fargo. He could come in, for example, and give his insight on a specific topic that maybe the group wants, whether it's, ETFs one week or whether it's, stocks and mutual funds and bonds, whatever the case may be. We can, he does it all the time. REITs is something he specializes in. So we could have some of those elite guest speakers come in for 15, 20, 30 minutes as well.
Yep, and 20 minutes is good. That's what comes in, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's a friend of ours. He could just join the chat and meet us. And once he meets everybody here, he'll be blown away. Because we're trying to get Dan Rykar. I went to college with him. You don't know the story. But me and Rob didn't know each other. But Rob's friends from high school were some of my housemates. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But
crazy.
so yeah, Dan.
I constantly
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marco.
We're trying to get Dan to join the mastermind. He will soon. He's having an issue with his dad's health. His dad's got like dementia or something or Alzheimer's. So he's gonna probably join. He's one of Rob's best friends, close friends. And so yeah, we'll have him as a guest speaker maybe.
Yeah, and it's like these type of guests too. I mean, I constantly refer people to him for financial advice, guidance, anything with their children, anything with their retirement accounts, or anything with, someone who they want to manage stocks and bonds. He's a senior partner and a senior financial planner. So these are things that could also maybe add value to you or anyone else that you have in your circles if you need an elite person to help manage funds or guide you with funds too. So these are the type of people that we want to, also bring in. And Dan's going to join MIH. It's just a matter of time, hopefully this year.
He will. His dad's it's a dad issue right now. So all right, that's number 3. Number 4, we have our WhatsApp group. I'm trying not to. I won't light it up. I promise you. That's to put like you guys can if you want. I'm gonna put like the Zoom link there, important stuff there, maybe some like anything really important for deals and stuff are there. So we have that. As you know, okay, we have that. The one sheet accountability tool. I think this is great. I have guys. I actually don't even need this sheet to be honest. I have the badass calendar on my wall from last year, 25, filled every fucking day, and I started the one in 26. I put my workout. I put sometimes what I eat. I put like almost. I usually just put my workout on there. Like, okay, tomorrow's a cardio day. I'm doing 6 to 9 miles tomorrow. Today was a gym day. The back, whatever I put on the 365, I have it written down there. I have all my goals, my new things, the deals closing. That calendar's got fucking everything. Okay, it's like my daily planner. Then I also have 2 more planners. I'm going to show them to you, but I'm going to use this sheet because we're starting it. We're giving it to you. You guys need it more than me if you don't have planners. Let me show you the planners I have. Hold on. Besides the badass calendar, that's all I need. I have a quarterly 1-page planner that has my refis, my sales, my buys, my workout, like everything. This is a quarterly, and then I have a daily, weekly planner that I use also in here. So I don't know. I'm a little crazy with this stuff, but if you see it, it makes sense. I'm very, very organized and meticulous about my stuff. So I actually recommend. I like simple. I don't like when you have to journal. I'm not into like journaling and shit like that. I like this planner is awesome. It's it's key objectives, notes, like it's a daily and weekly planner. And then I don't recommend the quarterly. The badass calendar, I was telling Andy to get that. So I want you guys to use this sheet. But if you don't like the sheet, use a planner, use something. I think Alex, are they do they have to use a sheet? Yes, right?
Yeah, I mean, that
Okay.
way it keeps everything in alignment, you know? And if we keep everything in alignment, the sheet that you guys create, then everyone knows what we can talk about overall, what to go over. So I believe it's best to have it in alignment as long as you guys have created a version of it, right?
And guys, keep it simple. The sheet's easy. Just put a few things in. Like you literally everybody's doing so much here. Like Chris, you're closing a deal right now. That's on the sheet. That's it. Like everything else, whatever you're doing, the sheet's very simple. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to go over it because the sheet's new to me because I have my systems. I'm going to implement it. You know, so we're going to pull that up and go over it. Next steps. Let's see. So that's it. That's the last thing. Let me pull up the sheet. And Alex, I'm going to ask you some questions about it. We made it actually more simple. The GoBundance one has financials. What is your bills? What's your net worth? What do you need a month? How much do you have to 20% to invest? Guys, you're adults. If you want, Alex will send you one with the financials on it. And I don't want to see. I don't need to see your financials. I don't. I'm 51. I better know what I'm doing with money right now. You know, if I don't know what I'm doing with money right now, then I'm fucking lost. So let's look over here. This is everything here. For example, is on my badass calendar. Like I'm already doing this. I did this last year. I'm just gonna continue. So last year's highlights, upcoming highlights, bucket list adventures. I'm going to Italy in June. Um, well, I'm going back again. It's like the third, but I'm doing different stuff. We're going to like Tuscany and stuff like that. Health and nutrition. I just put it on the 365 chat tonight. Lifestyle adventure. See, all this stuff I'm already doing. I'm just filling it in, and I love this shit. I'm gonna keep it on my desk and just look at it. You know, what do you need help with? This is really good because I don't care how advanced you are. Everybody here, you know, Andy Hubbs. He's got two law firms. He's got some multifamily, maybe single family. There's always something Andy might need help with. You know, we all need help. What? Who will hold you accountable this year? What are two areas of your life where you're flirting with disaster? There you go. Okay. So does Rob, Alex, do you guys have questions about this or concerns?
Pretty straightforward.
Ryan Byrne, Andy,
Marco.
do you guys have any questions about this?
No, I'm good.
No.
I like what I see.
Are you guys okay with this? Is anybody like not liking this?
I like it. Love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to just explain like life happiness index because there's
Alex,
no,
yep.
you don't have a chart to get that number. So what goes into that number?
Neil, you're actually too happy of a person, Neil. That's not a good metrics over here for you.
If you
I've
go
never
onto the
met somebody
bottom, there's a tab. So you see the Q1, Q2. Marco, are you controlling that?
Yeah, where is
Yeah,
it?
you see on the bottom tab, I was just about to say that right before Alex. You have the tabs on the bottom that explain the
Oh, there we
question.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we can
my screen sharing thing is blocking it, I think.
share that. We can talk about that. It's a list of different things that you rate how happy you are in terms of like life on where you believe you are compared to where you want it to be, right? And it's just overall looking at how satisfied are you. Did
Is it compared to where I want to be, or is it I'm content with it? So, for example, siblings, right?
Yep,
I may not
that's one
talk
of
to
them.
my siblings every month. I
Mhm.
may not have talked to my siblings for 6 months, but if I'm okay with that, then I still take a high mark on that, correct?
Exactly. It's not
So
so
it's
much
so it's how
comparing to
I
anybody
feel,
else.
not it's not.
Exactly. It's you. Are you happy with it?
Mhm.
Right? Ultimately, like for example, one of them is like relationship with the spouse or significant other, right? And someone might be happy going on one trip a year. Someone's like, hey, I won't be happy until we have date night every night. Okay. And then we, as a group in the pod, we go over that. Like, what does that mean? Explain that. Right. Some people might rate themselves a little too low or not give themselves enough credit. And then you wonder, like, hey, then it's an opportunity to really pick each other up, right? Of like, hey, why do you feel like that? And some people might feel like because what they see online, they feel like they should be doing better. Well, that's how everybody else's other people is doing is, are you happy doing what you're doing? Right? That's what it comes down to. It's you rating you on where you want to be.
You alluded to this, Alex, but I don't want to assume. Are we to utilize this sheet during our pod meetings and have one for each, but we also have a quarterly tab down there that you're keeping
So
track of?
the things that we talk about should be related to this,
Yeah.
right? Like, how are you doing with that? How are you doing with this? And then each quarter, we review our progress with it, right? It's like, hey, what have you tried to do on your highlights? You said, hey, you were going to go do this and this and this. How was that? Let's say someone's family and friends relationship is a date night a week. Are you on track for that? Right? Hey, someone wants 52 dates a year. Well, you only did 4. Better hurry up. Might need to double up on some weeks or whatnot. If that is still serious to them. And here's the thing, is it could change, right? Just because you wrote out an annual, but if that's no longer important to you in Q1, Q2, it can change, right? It's not like you're locked into that goal. You just got to tell everybody, hey, I don't want to be held accountable because I realized this wasn't really that important. Cool. Let's switch it up. Right. Now the group might ask you what made you change and what made you make that decision. That's all part of keeping each other accountable and disciplined in that way.
All right.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Any other questions about the sheet, guys? Any concerns? That was a good question, Neil, and you actually gave a good example. Let me stop share. What the fuck? You. Gallery. Okay. Hoon, what's up, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a long time, man. You're on mute.
Hey, Marco. Hey, guys.
Good. Does everybody know Hoon here? Has everybody met Hoon?
Yeah, I think I met
Sure.
several of you guys. Connected, yeah, with several of you guys, I think, but not all of you guys.
Hoon is one
But
of the
yeah, no, I'm
guys.
looking forward to this, guys.
Hoon is one of the guys that's lives in gratitude. I mean, when I met him, and he's thanked me and Hadar so many times for being part of his family, and you just got one of the best personalities. And I basically called him, and I didn't really explain to him what we're doing. And I'm like, just do it. Like you're in this and that. He's like, okay, like he's like, can you send? I'm like, I'm probably not sending you info. You're just gonna be in this family. And then obviously I explained it to him. Hoon, tell everybody what you're doing. You're doing great, man. Like I found out from Hadar, not even from you. I'll mention a couple things you're doing. First, you guys had a baby. You're a structural engineer. You're working with Hadar on the side jobs, and your wife is running some really busy like restaurants. So tell people what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the main bullet points. So I have a small engineering consultancy with 2 other partners. So that's kind of my day job, and I do obviously real estate on the side. And my wife runs 2 book businesses. Yeah, so we're busy, but like you guys said, it's important to spend time with family and health and all that stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to prioritizing those aspects of life.
Yeah, and he's with Hadar on like three or four kick-ass. He's on Hadar's team. It's him, Hadar, and Vince Scolari. I help build the team. So who
Yeah,
are
we're
so
doing. We've been buying in Central Arkansas mostly. We have a bought a deal last year, and we're looking to refinance that. It's an 80 unit this year, so that's kind of like the main thing in terms of multifamily that's happening for me this year.
well, you don't know, but Hadar's getting a big refi. Me and Abraham Anderson, and that one with you. So Hadar's
Yeah.
got the itch. He's already looking at deals, dude. Get ready. Get your money ready. So
Yes.
Hadar gets the itch when a refi happens, and all of a sudden, 6 months later, he pops a deal. So just get ready. Um, but yeah, Hoon, I'm really gonna push you, bro. Okay, I'm excited you're here. Okay,
Me too.
all right. Rob, Alex, everybody here. Did I miss anything?
No, you did a pretty thorough job. I know a lot of the stuff is, self-explanatory as far as bullet points, but if anyone has questions on anything whatsoever, including the sheet, we are all ears. And obviously, if you need to have it all sink in after the call, then call us, text us, or put it on the group chat, and we'll keep walking through it until everyone feels comfortable with
I
it.
have one question for you and Alex. Alex, I'm gonna form the group of the pods. We have the What's Up chat. What's the easiest way for me to convey the groups to people? Should I set them up on a group text, like a cell text? Should I, in the What's Up chat, should I list a picture of the page of the people and let them take responsibility? I don't want things to slip through the cracks.
I- I'm
Like
I'm
I
thinking,
didn't see the picture. I was busy. What's the easiest way for me to do it?
yeah, I'm thinking you announcing that the groups have been made and then sending out an email. And then ultimately, it's going to be up to us in the group, in the pods, like say, whoever's the four, right? We form our own WhatsApp group so that we can chat among us four and figure out a time. And it's like, hey, maybe in the email, say, here's the groups by in 2 weeks. You guys need to connect and have your first pod meeting by then, right? So there's a grace period. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's a fantastic idea. And then we live by the mantra, if it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist. And once we figure out, a time, then you lock it in your calendar and you can obviously, formulate everything on a bi-weekly basis. So it automatically populates the calendar for the year. So I think that's a fantastic idea if everyone
Yeah.
agrees.
And then once we form a time, we can all per pod reply an email back to Marco and Robert to let them know, hey guys, here's our time, here's who's in our pod, we're ready to roll.
Here's another question. I just remember, figured, I've not forgot. So that's good. So Rob and Alex, actually, Rob, you're going to help me. I'm going to form the groups, and you're great at emails. I'm going to give you the groups once me and you go over them and finalize them, and I need you to help me build the email to send out to every member, okay?
Yep, absolutely.
And now the other question is the monthly calls. I kind of want everybody to come. So, do you want to do like the first week of the month on a Tuesday, Wednesday, like when nobody's doing anything on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or the second week of the month, like the first week of March, the second week of March? Like, try and keep it the second week of every month consistent. What do you think, Alex or Robert or people?
Yeah. Set a date that at least 80% of the people can agree on and we just rock and roll.
I'll do that on the What's Up chat. I'll say, guys, how's March like 10th?
Yeah, put a
Because the
poll on
first
there,
the first group
right?
meeting, we're at the end of January. We're gonna go February with the pods. I'd say March 10th, maybe the second week of March, and then we could do maybe April 14th, the second week of April. You know, so always keep it maybe the second week on a Tuesday, Wednesday, which is usually a pretty good day if not much is going on.
Do
You
you know
know?
how to create the poll on the WhatsApp app, Marco? It's pretty
No,
simple.
I don't.
Or
I can
I,
do
I
that
can
for
do
me.
it for you if you want. Yeah.
Yep, I'll
Simple.
get me
Very,
and you'll
very
get a
simple.
date, and we'll do if they could do that March 10th or something, or which is a Tuesday. And what here's all the thing: 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Because I like to eat dinner. Do you want to do it 8? Because and some people go to bed early; they wake up at 5. Do we do 7:30, Robert, and everybody here at 8 o'clock?
Again, I think, this is a subject for everyone, in their personal lives. I mean, if you have small children, if you wake up early, whatever it is, I know evenings are difficult. So again, we could put a poll out there, but once you get past the 8 o'clock mark, in my opinion, I think it gets too late, and it's defeating the whole purpose of trying to separate that time for the family. I know it's only once a month, but still.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do maybe 5 o'clock or 4:30? Like, is that what you're saying?
Let's throw a few times out there in
We
the
could throw a
poll
few times out
and
there
let's
and see
figure
what
it out.
works. Is the
Okay.
point?
I'll give it to you guys. Like I said, I don't care. I want people to be happy here because I want people to show up. We could do during the day, or we could do that. No, exactly. We'll see if people are okay during the day.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you guys decide.
We got to remember to take New Zealand into account.
That's right.
Because
what time is it right now?
It's 3 in the afternoon. So really, I mean,
okay.
More probably anything in the afternoon, from the afternoon onwards, your time will work for us.
Yeah, you're good like 1 o'clock and on, right? What's 8 a.m. like 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, it depends on the time of the year, but that's about right.
You have the time changes difference, yes. So you might be in my group too because I can be flexible. So you and Andy and you know what I'm saying? I know when I make the groups, I'm going to take that consideration. Thank you, Neil. Okay. Lauren, Christina, Debbie, any questions on how we're doing things, or are you guys doing things similar? Or?
Yeah, we're doing things very similar. So I'm going to send you screenshots of our polls of availability time, so you can take that in consideration when you guys do the monthly call. So we already did the poll.
You did good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Michael, Constancis, Chris, Darren, Andy, and guys, any questions? I mean, anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
And then, very important, Darren, you're in. Thomas Ailes, you're in. If you guys want to come in March, just text me. Rob, put up also a poll. Just a yes. They don't have to respond no. Whatever. Just put up something on the chat for March 20th if they want to come hang out and talk deals. And I'm gonna get some people to say yes. We're gonna be going to my beach and eating dinner at my beach. So I'll get some people to come just because of that. Ryan, are you coming or no?
What is this, the February date or the March date?
No, March 20th, Ponte Vedra.
Yeah, I'm skiing in Colorado.
That's right, you told me. That's right. But
Next
all right,
time.
we'll put that up also. Otherwise, guys, we're ready to go. I'm gonna check in on everything. All right. And if you don't want to ask something here, I'm available all day tomorrow. I'm getting up at 6. Meditation's done at 6:40. My first post is going up at 7:15. I'm starting hitting leads at 7:30, 7:45. I'm working all day. I'm hitting the gym at I think 4 tomorrow, 4:30. But I'm available tomorrow from 7 to 11 o'clock at night. If you have a question or concern that you weren't happy with something tonight, or if you want to, here's an idea, by the way, watch this. Rob and Alex, before you leave, in 6 months, maybe we switch the pods up. So we do it for 6 months, and then we create new pods to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, guys, I was only going to do this for 6 months. This was only going to be 6 months. Ask Neil. And then I just threw in 6 months for free. I said, let's do this for a year because I really want people to win. Okay? So call me tomorrow if you guys have any questions or concerns, but let's get ready to go. Ryan Burns sent us a t-shirt, sent it to Rob. It's actually pretty, I'm going to put it up on the chat. It's a polo shirt, actually. I'm sorry, collared shirt. And then I'll get a t-shirt too for the gym. All right?
Yeah, thanks so much, Ryan. That is fire. It's the same exact one, but I like that extra line on the bicep that looks really good.
Yeah,
So
looks sweet.
that was awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Alex and Rob and Marco, for putting this together. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate all of you
Thank you
guys
so much,
tremendously.
Thanks, guys. Let's keep
guys.
going.
Thank you.
Appreciate
See ya.
everybody.
Have a great night.
It's a long game, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Buddy.
15 years
Yeah,
from now,
everyone.
guys. All right?
Late.
Have a good night, guys.
You
Good
too.
night.
You too, guys. Later.